name is Jaden Moore. My informative speech is on Greece gaining their independence. Before gaining their independence, Greece was under the Ottoman control for almost 400 years. This time period that they were under Ottoman control is often referred to as the Turkocracy period in Greece. I don't know if I'm saying that right. During this time, the Greeks faced, or the Greeks, yeah, the Greeks, Greek people faced a lot of oppression during this time, and oppression in the sense that they were economically and politically oppressed a lot. Economically, in the sense that there were unfair taxes during this time for Greek people. Non-Muslim people were getting taxed for just about anything. There was a protection tax. They would get heavily taxed during war, and Greek peasants were often forced to give up their land to Ottoman landlords. There was even a child tax where there was even a child tax where the people, or the Christian families would have to give up their child, and their child would be forced to convert to Islam, and then also forced to fight in wars, like all against their will. They were uh, they were politically oppressed. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word, but they were politically oppressed in the sense that non-Muslims really didn't have a say in the government at all. Uh, Cases involving Muslim and non-Muslim people, the Greeks really never the Greeks really never stood a chance in situations like that, and a lot of cases were unfair, not just seen as unfair, but they were unfair and never ruled on the or not never, but rarely ruled on the side of the Greek people, and a lot of the times cases were often ruled in favor of Muslim people. Greeks also had no part in decision making when it came to the government during this time. They had no representation in the government at all, uh, and the Muslims were solely, I guess, responsible for picking who was going into the government. Greeks during this entire time period, which lasted from the 15th to the 19th century, by the way, was Greeks were seen as second class citizens. They were quite literally seen as inferior in the eyes of the public. They were seen as less than, and weren't really getting respect. These times went on for a while into Greece. These times went on for a while, and Greece had to preserve. Preserve, I guess, is a decent word for it. Preserve their culture. They did this through the Orthodox Church. They did this through family traditions, and they did this through secret education as well. Uh, it was around 1789 that Greece was inspired by the Enlightenment and the French Revolution, and it started causing them to want to take a stand, and want to start taking action into gaining their freedom. One way they did this was with I guess, a secret group that had spread throughout Greek communities and all the way into Europe. Spread into Greek communities and in Europe. It was called the Filiki Eteria, Filiki Eteria. Is probably how it's pronounced. Filiki Eteria is, I'm assuming, how it's pronounced. But this society had the Greek people starting to take action, starting to plan on how they were going to gain their independence. And it wasn't until 1821 that Greece physically started taking action for their independence. This was known as the Greek War of Independence, and this war lasted 8 years. Greece was able to gain their independence by 1829, and it was a very it was very it was a very hard battle for the Greeks. The Ottoman Empire, uh, the Ottoman Empire almost crushed their uh, their attempts, like the, almost entirely crushed their attempts to try to gain their independence, and it was a tough 8 year war for the Greeks, but they were able to gain their independence and their freedom. So yeah.